Since the beginning of time, humanity has been driven by one powerful force: curiosity. From the moment early humans discovered fire, everything changed. That small spark didn't just bring warmth, it ignited the first step toward progress. Over time, we learned to build tools to shape our environment and to control the world around us. But deep inside, there was always a bigger question: what comes next? As centuries passed, our inventions became more advanced, more powerful, more complex. Machines began to replace effort, and ideas began to replace limitations. Today, we are no longer just creating tools. We are creating intelligence, something that can learn, adapt, and maybe even think. And that raises a question humanity has never faced before. Are we still in control, or are we creating something beyond ourselves? Technology did not begin with computers or machines. It began with survival. Early humans relied on instinct, using simple stones to hunt and protect themselves. These tools were basic, but they marked the first step in human innovation. Then came fire, a discovery that changed everything. It provided warmth, protection, and the ability to cook food, improving both health and survival. As time passed, humans began to settle, to farm, and to build communities. The invention of the wheel transformed transportation, making movement easier and faster. Each small innovation added another layer to human progress. What's important is that none of these breakthroughs happened instantly. They were the result of trial, error, and persistence. Without realizing it, humanity was building a foundation, a long chain of progress that would eventually lead to the advanced world we live in today. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point in human history. For the first time, machines began to take over tasks that once required human strength. Steam engines powered factories, and production increased at a pace never seen before. Cities expanded rapidly as people moved from rural areas to work in industrial centers. Life became faster, more structured, and more dependent on technology. Machines didn't just make work easier, they changed the way society functioned. However, this transformation came with challenges. Working conditions were harsh, and the gap between classes began to grow. Still, innovation continued. Engineers and inventors pushed boundaries, creating systems that were more efficient and more powerful. This era proved something important. Once humans discover a new level of power, they will always push further. The next major leap came not from physical machines, but from logic. The invention of the computer introduced a new kind of power: the ability to process information. Instead of relying on human calculation, machines could now perform complex operations in seconds. Early computers were massive, slow, and limited, but they represented a new direction for humanity. Thinkers like Alan Turing began exploring a revolutionary idea. What if machines could do more than calculate? What if they could think? This question changed everything. Programming languages were developed, and data became the core of innovation. For the first time, humans were no longer just building tools to interact with the physical world. They were creating systems that could understand information itself. Artificial intelligence began as a bold and uncertain concept. Scientists wanted to create machines that could simulate human thinking, but the challenge was enormous. Early attempts were simple, focusing on solving basic problems and following strict instructions. But over time, researchers developed new approaches. Instead of telling machines exactly what to do, they allowed them to learn from data. This led to the creation of neural networks inspired by the human brain. These systems could recognize patterns, make predictions, and improve over time. Although early AI was limited, it proved that machines could go beyond fixed programming. They could adapt, they could evolve, and most importantly, they could begin to mimic intelligence in ways that were once thought impossible. Today, artificial intelligence is no longer a concept. It is a reality. It is integrated into our daily lives in ways we often don't even notice. From recommendation systems on social media to voice assistants in our homes, AI is everywhere. Advanced systems like ChatGPT can understand language, answer questions, and even generate content. Self-driving cars are being tested on real roads, and machines are capable of analyzing massive amounts of data in seconds. The speed of progress is accelerating rapidly. What once took decades now happens in years or even months. AI is not just improving technology, it is redefining what technology can be. And this transformation is only just beginning. The impact of artificial intelligence is already visible across multiple industries. In healthcare, AI helps doctors detect diseases earlier and more accurately. In finance, it analyzes trends and predicts market movements with incredible precision. In education, it creates personalized learning experiences tailored to each student. Automation is transforming factories, making production faster, safer, and more efficient. Tasks that once required human effort are now completed by machines with minimal error. This shift is increasing productivity, but it is also raising important questions. As machines take over more responsibilities, what role will humans play in the future? The answer is still uncertain, but the change is undeniable. Despite its benefits, artificial intelligence also presents serious challenges. One of the biggest concerns is control. As systems become more advanced, understanding how they make decisions becomes more difficult. There is also the issue of job displacement, as automation replaces traditional roles. Privacy is another concern, with increasing surveillance and data collection. Some experts even warn about the possibility of AI systems becoming too powerful to manage. These risks are not imaginary. They are real and growing. The question is not whether AI will continue to evolve, but whether we are prepared to handle the consequences of that evolution. The future of artificial intelligence holds both promise and uncertainty. On one hand, it could solve some of humanity's greatest challenges, from disease to climate change. On the other hand, it could create new problems that we are not yet ready to face. The direction AI takes will depend on how it is developed and controlled. Ethics, responsibility, and regulation will play a critical role in shaping its future. What is clear is that AI will continue to grow, becoming more advanced and more integrated into our lives. The decisions we make today will determine whether it becomes a tool for progress or a force that challenges our control. Humanity has always been defined by its ability to innovate. From the first spark of fire to the rise of intelligent machines, every step has brought us closer to a new reality. Artificial intelligence is not just another invention. It is a turning point. It challenges the way we think, the way we work, and even the way we understand ourselves. The future is not something that simply happens. It is something we create. And as we move forward, one question remains. Will we use this power wisely? Because in the end, technology may shape the world, but it is human choice that will define it. This is not the end. This is the beginning of something greater than we've ever imagined. For centuries, we built tools to survive. Then we built machines to grow. And now, we are building intelligence. Something that can learn, evolve, and maybe surpass us. But this moment, right here, is where everything changes. Because the future of artificial intelligence will not be decided by algorithms. It will be decided by us. By our vision, our courage, and our choices. Will we rise with this technology and shape a better world? Or will we stand still and let it define us? This is our challenge. This is our responsibility. And this is our time. So don't fear the future, create it.